We are one day till Starfleet Academy's 2-episode premiere, the first of which is titled Kids These Days. This is so much of a, how do you do, fellow kids, attempt to, woo Gen Z that shows exactly how out of touch Alex Kurtzman and his company are at making Star Trek. And of course, it doesn't appeal to any Star Trek fans. I'm ready, though. I got my merch, my Starfleet Academy sweatshirt. I got my Enterprise hat, guys, because I am just ready to mine this content for all eternity. It's all you can do at this point is just laugh at it. Otherwise, you're going to go crazy because, this is where Star Trek's at these days. But there is hope, guys. The future looks bright. I think that Alex Kurtzman will be out after this is going to be a failure, and it is going to be a failure. Everybody is making fun of it. You go to any post on Star Trek on Facebook, and it is just littered with fans just going, we don't want this. You go to X, everybody's making fun of it. You go to YouTube, it's getting mocked. Heel versus Babyface made a wonderful video just savaging Starfleet Academy the other day. It is all over the internet, and it is not doing well. But there's one person who chimed in on this and actually shows where the zeitgeist is at more than anything else. Elon Musk actually is mocking Starfleet Academy as well. Now, he wades into cultural stuff as beyond Star Trek, which I'll show you in this as well. And he is actually very much vocal about when he sees something that he thinks is stupid. And he's just with the rest of us saying what we all think. So please hit the like and subscribe button. Join us here as we talk about all things in science fiction and fantasy. I appreciate you guys for being here. I'm a sci-fi writer myself. This is my Valiant Frontiers that'll be coming out soon. I actually just finished wrapping up my first round of edits on my what do I even call it? My my third book on this trilogy. And I'd love for you guys to check out alternatives to Star Trek. It's pretty cool. You guys have done a lot, actually, as the channel's gotten big. This is my Stars Entwined, where it starts. And I've sold over 100 audiobooks this month, and we're halfway through a month. So I appreciate you guys. A lot of listeners, I guess. This is available on ebook, print, and audio. It's a great sci-fi series. Check it out in the description below. I've got a newsletter. You can get 3 free books for signing up as well. And thank you so much for just making this a success. People are starved for alternatives. They really are, because this is the truth. And this is what I said on X earlier. Name a bigger downgrade from Captain Kirk and company to our female jem'hadar and what's her name? Holly Hunter. I don't even, she's got a weird name too that just is not a good leading character name. It's like Captain Aki. I don't know. It's very bizarre. But that's where we're at in this, and this is exactly what's being seen across everything. So Elon Musk mocks Starfleet Academy and questions why David Ellison didn't scrap the woke show. And I actually question that as well. I think they would have been better off scrapping the show. So this was the first thing he said that went viral on X. Not the Bee is another parody thing about, kind of parodying the Babylon Bee in some ways. And they played the first clip of Starfleet Academy that was coming out. This is their promo clip. And again, if this is their promo clip, this is the thing they think will sell the show. This is what they're using as this is the best of what we got. And it was very underwhelming. I know a lot of you have already watched it, and we've covered it already. But Not the Beast says, I don't know about you guys. I've never, but if I'm ever forced to watch more than 7 seconds of this new Star Trek, I'll be rooting for whatever species is about to be able to take out the Enterprise the fastest. Now, pretty funny. On this, there's no Enterprise in this. We got the USS Athena, named for the goddess of wisdom, as they said, to add some feminist element to the show as usual. And they are saying that Paul Giamatti's villain is a stand-in for white trash, redneck truck driver, MAGA types already. And they do say that the show is going to be very, very political. It's not just us reading into it or anything like that, or going and looking for the woke. It is. They're advertising it as such. If you look at the early reviews from all the shill media, they say that in episode 4 there's a heavy political message to it, and that to them, for the radical left in the media, they say that makes it better, right? And we've seen also Robert Picardo going out there ranting, saying Star Trek has always been woke, and of course arguing with me. If you watched my video yesterday, I just tear apart his personal attacks against me with actual facts about Star Trek. But hey, That's how these people operate all the time. Now, this was Elon Musk's response. Turns out they banned Ozempic and LASIK in the future. Pretty funny. He's of course talking about the fat jem'hadar, who is a fitness instructor at the academy as well, ironically, and of course Holly Hunter with her glasses. Now, of course, I've seen people actually pointing out that there's a couple things involved with this. One, Captain Kirk was given glasses in the movie franchise, as his vision wasn't doing well, and that's not something that's gone away or anything like that. And yes, he could have his vision corrected. Geordi eventually had his eyes, his visor replaced with cybernetic eyes, as we know, and the like. But that does exist. So that's not something necessarily to go about. And also, they point out that Scotty's fat. Now, here's a difference in this. Again, Admiral Kirk was given those glasses, which was a ancient historical relic by Leonard McCoy. Like, they were actually talking about how those are things from the past, and that is something that was a thematic choice that actually mattered and actually was pointing out the aging Captain Kirk, the aging Admiral Kirk, and how he's pretty much a relic of his time already at that point, because the cast and crew is getting pretty old at that point. Scotty, of course, during his prime, was not chunky like he was in the future, and it was kind of weird, but at that point, he's a senior engineer. He's older. That's kind of what he is. It wasn't shown like that in the original series. So those are two very different things. This is the people running the academy. This is the elite ones that they're actually trying to push out there right now, who we've never seen before. This instance, and that's exactly why it's annoying. And there's far too many chunky ladies shown on the screen. They're trying to make a point of it to be, quote, #body positive, and we know that. And they're trying to be push this sort of feminist agenda through all of this as well. It is actually a point in making this, and that's why it's something to mock, and that's why Elon's pretty funny in this. So, not that he always says, please buy Paramount and put all this right. And Elon Musk says, I thought David Ellison was going to stop this BS, but that doesn't seem to be happening. Now, this is pretty interesting at this point. So I don't know what the contract with Secret Hideout and Alex Kurtzman, what it looks like, but these were in production before David Ellison bought the company. Starfleet Academy has been talked about being in production for the past couple of years. It is a soft reboot of Discovery. Actually, Star Trek, the official account on Facebook, was posting Michael Burnham giving a speech at the Academy this morning, further confirming that it is a soft continuation of Discovery, because they wanted Discovery to be their flagship. They wanted to erase the original series by having this prior to the original series, leading up to it, and then actually they want to do a reboot of the original series, which has been talked about on a lot of channels as well. And that is their entire goal, to memory hole this. They want to get rid of this terrible white male masculine Star Trek, right? That is their entire intention with what they're doing. And that's very, very, very apparent. And so this is where we're at right now. David Ellison did buy the company. Skydance is in there. And he did actually make changes, guys. I was at Star Trek Las Vegas, the convention last year, and they were asking about LGBTQ representation to the Strange New Worlds cast. And the Strange New Worlds cast was mad, and you could tell it. Celia Rose Gooding, who plays Uhura, was there and actually said, you got to understand who owns the company. And it was very clear that Strange New Worlds was intending on pushing that, and you could see it. There was a couple lines about Christine Chappell that implied she's bisexual, that they were going to go there, and it was delayed. Season 3 was delayed, we know, because they were editing things, because the merger was going to change things, and they wanted to make sure Strange New Worlds didn't go completely woke. Now, Starfleet Academy, I don't think they care much about, and I think it was so far off the rails, no amount of minor editing could actually change what they had already recorded. And so I think that's what led this to go forward. And since that was going forward anyway, Kurtzman and company had pretty much a green light to do whatever they want with. This is them in a spot where they're allowing them to fail for themselves so that they can just terminate them for cause, get them out the door, and that'll be the end of that for a fresh new start of Star Trek. That's what I think David Ellison is thinking about this right away. It is going to hurt the brand, but I think that, if you do produce something good, Star Trek fans are pretty loyal. They will come back. And if you just ignore this Kurtzman thing, say it's in an alternate universe, or imply it and just never reference it again, I think Star Trek fans would be pretty happy. And so I think this is allowing Kurtzman to go full tilt as far as he possibly can, to fall flat on his face, to have Starfleet Academy be a failure intentionally, to get him and his company out the door. That's what I see happening right here. So like I said, Strange New Worlds, they know that Pike and Spock, that sort of setup with an original series prequel, They want that to like be their kind of current flagship to where, okay, there's something for Star Trek fans. And, Strange New Worlds is hit and miss. There's some decent parts to it. And so you're not like as offended by that as you are by something like Discovery or Starfleet Academy. This is Kurtzman's baby that they really want to push. This is how they want to change the universe for Star Trek for good. And so they are letting him fail. Now, what would I do if I was David Ellison? I'd pull a David Zaslav, right? If you remember with Warner Brothers, there was this like mixed race lesbian Batgirl they were going to be pushing out there. And he nixed it. He actually just destroyed it and just didn't release it, ended it, didn't finish production of it. I think, honestly, I would just write this off and do that because, one, you get a big tax write-off on it. Two, this is not going to help subscriptions. This is not going to help the brand. It is going to hurt the brand. And it's very obvious that even Elon Musk knows this. And he's like, I thought David Ellison was going to stop this BS. And I think David Ellison will. I think the new Star Treks that are going to come out, which is going to be 2-3 years because it takes that long to develop these types of things, will not have these elements in it. And I think Kurtzman will be long gone. And that's what we can, of course, rejoice out of all this, that this is going to be happening. So that's Elon Musk's comments on things. Like I said, he's commented on things before with Dungeons and Dragons. Last year, there was a big scandal where this happened and where they were attacking the original creator, Gary Gygax, who was a great guy. And they were attacking him in their official products. And Elon Musk says nobody gets to trash Gary Gygax and the geniuses who created Dungeons and Dragons. What the F is wrong with Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast? May they burn in hell. And later on, he actually mentioned, maybe I'll just buy Hasbro and fix it. So he likes to wade into these things, especially when it is hitting the cultural zeitgeist. And that's when you know how bad it's really getting with Starfleet Academy. And that's exactly what's happening here. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Please hit the like and subscribe button. Check out my newsletter in the description below. Sign up here, guys. And The Stars Entwined on Amazon. Thank you guys so much for reading. We'll be back soon.